Yay! New setup! Woohoo! Nailed it again. Woo! Hey! Another new setup! Cheers, everybody! It is Wednesday, September 16th, and I'm trying something new. I'm filming on my DSLR. Hopefully the sound is good. I can because I bought this little gizmo. This is a wireless focus thingamajig that that allows a person who films herself alone, who has nobody to take focus for her, to actually focus the camera from a distance. And I have a T3i and it works beautifully because it's an older model, so I kind of needed that, and I'm very happy I did it because you can actually take a picture from a distance, and you can also set the focus to do video later on. So very excited. And look, I have curtains on the back, and look, she's there. That's a girl. It's a face I made, and the tutorial is coming on Friday. I just didn't have a chance to edit the video, but I'm going to show you with the video camera, the overhead camera, what it looks like up close and personal, because it's kind of tough to see there. I know I haven't vlogged in a while, and I was so busy with the online class. There were bits and pieces that I needed to redo last minute because something went wrong, and then I had problems with my brand new video camera that I had to buy because the old one crapped out on me, and the new one was not much better. I mean, video wise, quality wise, fine, but the sound was just horrible. I recorded a whole segment, like a whole project, and I sounded like I was underwater. Now this camera, from what I gather, does surround sound, but when you're speaking to the camera from up close, I mean the camera is right here. When I do my overhead setup, it's right there, and the mic is right on like the top of the camera, which is right in front of my face, and it was on the wrong setting, but there's like multiple settings. So before I figured out what I was doing wrong, and I probably figured out the setting and then went over it and couldn't remember. Anyways, now I got it all right. So that's set, and I discovered that while I was doing her. So yeah, that video is coming up on Friday. I just have to have a chance to edit it. I also have my Donna Downey Studios Artist Gang video that is due next Tuesday, and I have to do a photo shoot on Sunday. So a lot of things are happening, and my class is coming out on Monday. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm very scared. I don't know. I think I did a good job, but I'm very scared. Anyways, I know that a lot of people have already purchased it, and if you're one of them, thank you so much. I appreciate it, and I hope that you'll have fun with it. I wanted to talk about, I did an art journal page this morning because I was angry. I was so angry. I didn't record my process because I was just a mess, but you see this curtain behind there? Well, I'm using a tension rod, but the tension rod, I mean, it's a big opening. It's like a double sliding door kind of closet, and I removed the doors because it wasn't working for me. So I thought, no problem, I'm going to put a tension rod, and then I'm going to hang a curtain. This is a shower curtain, by the way, and I love it because it's made of linen and it's really nice. And but the thing is, because the tension rod is the opening is so long, the tension rod was kind of like dipping in the middle. So I thought, no problem, I'll go buy a hook and I'll screw the hook in the frame of the door, and Bob's your uncle. Oh, I don't have it with me. Well, I couldn't screw that screw. It sounds horrible. And I got so frustrated because yes, it's nice to be on your own and do what the heck you want to do, but sometimes you need a strong pair of arms, and I just don't have that strength. And then I had to go up the ladder, and I didn't have a big nail because of course I figured out, you know, half an hour into the thing that you can't just screw stuff in wood. You have to either be like a super strong man or have a hole that's already in place, and I didn't have a big nail to put a hole in. Anyways, I was sweating, and then I started screwing this thing, and then all of a sudden it went And I kid you not, this is like after 45 minutes. And then I gave it one last twist and then the screw part stayed in the door frame and the hook came in my hand. It just fell in my hand. So I broke the screw. It's forever embedded in the door frame. And so I had to do another one next to it, and this time I knew what I was doing. It was still quite difficult because I don't have the strength, and then because I was on a step ladder and my sense of balance is awful, so I was like shaking and everything, and I was sweating and everything, and then I got so pissed off and mad, and I was going like, that's why I don't have curtains in this place, because I'm alone and blah 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 blah. Anyways, I did a page. I was angry, so I got my paints out and my paste, and I'm like, that's it. And then so the title of the page is called Never Give Up, because I did it. That hook is there. It looks ugly because I couldn't screw it all the way up because I was very afraid that it would stay in my hand, that I would break it again. So there's kind of like a gap, and you can see a little bit of the wood that came out of the door frame. Anyway, whatever. It's there, and my curtain's in place. And so what I want to do with this curtain is I want to hang all the postcards that I get from you guys, and you know, the happy mail stuff like the letters and cards. I just need to figure out how to hook them up. I know you can find like tiny clothespins, but I don't know where to get them. So I'll look at the store. I'm going there this afternoon. I'm not sure if Natalie has that, but we'll figure it out. So it's hot. I gotta go because it's past 3 o'clock. I'm supposed to be at the store right now, but I just wanted to touch base with you because I missed you guys, and I know I haven't been around at the beginning of August, end of August and beginning of September, but I'm back on track, and I'm really determined to stick to my schedule. I've also started going back to the gym on Monday. I gained 16 pounds this summer. Yeah. I noticed that as soon as I start, I haven't exercised since Steph had her surgery, so that was 1st of July. And as soon as I stop exercising, I eat like crap. I mean, I eat the good stuff, but on top of that, I eat the junk. And I don't want to go through this again. So, yeah, I'm back. So now I'm going to show you my page. I'm going to show you that girl, and I also have a loot that I bought for myself on my birthday. So these are the two pages that I was talking about. They were a mess. As you can see here, I didn't change much here. All I added was a stenciled flower, and that's also a leftover. So the whole left page is a leftover. The only thing that I've added is some gelatos over the flower and some white paint spot with the Sharpie poster paint pen. And so that's pretty much kind of like an original catch-all page, I want to say. On the right hand side was a mess. I had black gesso, I had leftover light molding paste with very dark green, almost black paint in it. And oh no, it wasn't paint, it was a combination of sprays. Yes, the reason why I'm saying this is because anything that I was putting on top to cover it up was bleeding through. So I tried to add like some gel medium over it and whatnot, but it kept adding and adding. I also I don't know if we can see it. Let me zoom in here. I had kind of like a rust-ish color in the background over top the black gesso. Anyways, it was just a mess. So I took a text paper and I glued it down with some Collage Podge. And some of that green was still bleeding through. This is the original green. Of course, it was much darker underneath. There's some over here as well. This I tried to cover with glue, but we can still see the original green peeking through, and it was just driving me crazy. So what I did is I took this stencil. This is Donna Danny's. Hold on, I'm gonna go get it. Is the Flowerette. I don't know how to pronounce this. Floweret. Flowerette. Number DD070. And I obviously used light molding paste. I added quite a bit of thickness because underneath I had a little bit of texture. And then I added gelatos. I added red, orange, some yellow. Here I added blue to the red to make kind of like a purplish color. Again, let me zoom in. Okay, and then this one here, so all three of these have a red foundation, and then on this one I used a light pink and a purple, and then this one here, this baby one here, is orange with some yellow. And then I added also 2 different greens on the leaves, and the title, Never Give Up, and that was inspired by the story I just told you earlier. So that's my page. I mean, oh, and I added, I had some leftover paint again from something that I was doing after I put in the text paper. I took my, what's it called, palette knife, and I just brushed the paint on with my palette knife, and that's why I'm getting these hard edges here, and I like that. I also added gray gelato around the frame just to soften everything up, because I had the text paper, I had some of that yellow showing through, and then the black, and I kind of like that smoky feel to this. And then I just took my poster paint pen, and I discovered that if you press hard on the tip and you get it dripping, you can do nice dots. I like that. So that's a trick I'm going to use in the future. I should have a name for this. Okay, these are catch-all pages. My embellished catch-all pages. Yeah, let's go with that for now. This one, you know, it's okay, but I like this one. And then the next thing I wanted to show you is a preview of my tutorial that's coming up on Friday. I made this face with Nuance powders from Magenta. And what I like about this, you use a push pin to poke a hole through it, and then what comes out of here is very small. It doesn't go all over the place. And the other thing I like about this as well is that you can open the lid and take a small spoon and scoop some out as well. So you can get as little as you want or as much as you want by opening the cap. So very ingenious. And I have how many colors do I have? 15 colors. Yummy. So I'm gonna play with those more in the future. Again, I recorded my process on this, and the video will be up on Friday. Last thing I want to share with you is these 2 books. Last week was my birthday, and I usually treat myself to something big-ish. On my birthday last year, I bought a chair for my studio. This year, my budget is a little bit more limiting, but I couldn't resist. I'm on a drawing kit these days, so I've been, of course, thinking of buying this book forever, Drawing on the Right Side of the Brain, and so I'm going to devour that book and do the exercises. I haven't had a chance to flip through it all that much, but I can't wait to get started on this because I really want to improve my drawing skills, and it just sounded like something fun to do. But my big treat was this book. I think you know by now I like anything Oriental, Asian, Japanese, Korean, whatever. And I found this book on Hiroshige. He is an illustrator from the 19th century. Yeah, I guess so. And the book talks about, you know, of course, a little bit of his biography or his artistic journey, I guess. But the illustrations in there are just so amazing. And I've always been attracted by big books, big thick books. And I've already started reading it. I'm on page 20. But throughout the whole book, there are all his plates and the explanation and the story behind it, and the whole book is just full of images. Look at that. They're so nice. So I'm probably going to use that for inspiration once I've gone through this book. I think I'm going to enjoy this book. So just wanted to share these two goodies, my treats for my birthday treats. They kind of match. Forgot to mention I got this. How can I forget? This is the Flow magazine. I've been hearing about it from a few YouTubers, but I was never able to find it. Well, I found it at my local bookstore, the same store that I bought my two books I just showed you. It's quite pricey. It's $22.50 Canadian. This is a magazine from Holland, but this is a treat. I'm just gonna buy one, and that's this. I really wanted to see what the fuss was all about. But it is a magazine, but there are no ads really. So every single page is something to read or to look at. The only ads in there are from the actual flow.com. So it talks about anything artistic in the world, I guess. It's very much Europe oriented though. There's also, I love the paper that they use because it's kind of like a newspaper, but a thick newspaper. And there are also some thicker pages with photos that you can save. You know, you can put in your art journal or whatever. And there's always a few goodies included in there. There was the weekly planner, which I have in my planner. I plan on using it for October, but all kinds of stuff. Looks interesting. I haven't had a chance to read through it because I've been so busy. Oh, there's some stuff in Japanese here. Look at that. Awesome. So I'm going to enjoy that as well. So that was my loot for my birthday. Very excited. I'm also very excited about this tutorial because I had a lot of fun with that. And yes, about my art journal page that I just showed you, I didn't record the process, and it will happen sometimes. There was nothing particular about the process in this page, and I just needed the freedom of not being on camera. Sometimes when the camera's on, I freeze or I take a different route. And for this page, it was very, very important for me to go with my anger and the flow. And I'm so glad that I did that, because now I'm looking at the page and I remember why I did it, but I also like the outcome. So I think had I been on camera, it would have taken a different I would have taken a different approach. I'm pretty sure I would have probably waited until I calmed down, and yeah. So, but I'm glad I did it that way. So all this to say that sometimes my art journaling pages will not always be filmed, or my process will not always be filmed, but I still want to share those with you. Anyways, I gotta go. It's a gorgeous day outside, by the way. It's 28 degrees Celsius in Montreal, and it's mid-September. Love it. If this summer could last all year round, I would be happy. But another season's coming. And then the snow. We're not going to talk about that right now. Okay, so I have to go. Thank you so much for watching. As usual, if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below, and I will see you later. Bye. I can't reach anymore because the camera's too far. So, yeah. Bye.